Oh, I gotta get all these videos out the way. All right, guys, and we are back. Hello, welcome back and welcome. Like, comment, and subscribe. Click, 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 click. Right now. Okay, so this is a well requested video. And I feel like I've done it before, but maybe I gotta do it again. So I will be unwrapping my hair. You will be able to see how it was wrapped and how it looks after being wrapped. Okay? All right, let's get into it. So for starters, the bonnet. I do wear a bonnet. You see that I have on a flat wrap. Like, a lot of my clients are very confused as to what a flat wrap is as opposed to a bonnet. So this video is to show everyone what the difference between a flat wrap and a bonnet is. Okay? So this is a bonnet. It's a bonnet because it goes over your head. Yeah. So flat wrap. This is a flat wrap. It's flat and it wraps. Okay? Flat wrap. We there? All right. So I take my flat wrap off. Now I just, no, absolutely not. Leave it alone. Just started wearing a stocking cap since I cut my hair, because it definitely keeps it in place. And with the shorter hair, I feel like, especially with the shorter hair, with the silk press, I mean, it will just, these things will fall off your head like nobody's business. This alone is going to fall off your head. And I'm going to get into this. I'm going to get into this. I'm going to get into this. We're going to get into this first. Okay, so I'm going to remove my stocking cap. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes, yes, little bitty hairs get stuck into it. That's why I really didn't want to use it at first. But, I really ain't got no choice. Sometimes it gets stuck. Just moisturize your hair. All right. And then here is the stocking cap. For those who don't know what a stocking cap is, it's going to be a stocking cap. It will be the same one that the girls use to put on a wig. That's what you're going to use. Okay. So as you can see, this is my hair. I'm going to pull up a little mirror so I can see what's going on. Alright, so as you can see, I wrapped it this way. Because when you wrap your hair, you want to make sure you're always wrapping it all the way around, okay? And then when I get finished, I go like this with my hands to make sure it's straight. Now, as you can see, when I was pulling this off, how it was kind of stuck a little bit. So if that happens to you and you feel like it might be breaking off your hair a little bit, I could have put more, but I didn't last night. I put a little bit. You want to spray some leave-in conditioner in your hand. You want to rub that in, not a lot, just a little bit. And you want to move it around with your hair. Okay? Then you want to put your stocking cap on, okay? So now that we've got our hair wrapped, we're going to put the stocking cap on. You'll fix all those little pieces that need to be tucked. Don't worry if you can't fully get them tucked. You're wrapping your hair like 3 more times. And then I do a slight just boom to the side to secure it. It does not matter where you tie it. It depends on you. Whether you want the knot here or whether you want the knot here. It's whatever you can sleep with. I'm just going to do whichever way comes natural for the video. So I guess the way that came natural was this way. And you would just wrap it around and you'll tie it up. Okay? You don't have to really tuck those because remember, you're going to put on a bonnet. So, and then you put your bonnet on, and then you go to sleep. And then you wake back up, and now here we are. All right, so let's get back to the after part. So after your hair is wrapped, all right, let's get all this stuff back off. All right, so that's how you would wrap your hair at night. In the morning, you wake up. I start about right here. Why do I start here? Because that's usually where my hair is going to fall. So I try to start about right there. The goal is to comb it forward and down and down. But for right now, this front piece, don't even worry about the back. We're only worried about the front right now. So we're going to worry about the front. And you see how it's just kind of falling down as I'm going? Like, look at that, guys. Amazing, right? So we're still just going to keep focusing on this, right? Down into the front. Now, once we've gotten that done, you want to go to the back. You want to kind of brush your back down. Now, what I do is I grab my hands and I flip it up, okay? Did not get a comb. All right, so usually you would take a comb and part it. I kind of forgot to do that, so I'm gonna part with my brush. I do that at times. Now, it doesn't matter where you part it, because remember, your hair doesn't have a part right now. So wherever it was parted at yesterday, it's not parted there anymore. If you want to part it in the same spot you had it yesterday, go for it. If you want to part it into a different part of your hair, do that as well. I'm going to go for a side part. There we go. So then after you do that, you see how it's parted. And it just looks like this, right? Don't worry about it. We'll fix it. So we're going to start with this side first. And remember, down, down, forward and down, okay? We'll worry about that in a second. Now for this side, probably like what's going on here, right? Once again, forward and down, forward and down, forward and down. All right. So now that we've got that down packed, you just brush it down like a regular. Now you gotta, shape it a little bit. You can use your hands for that. Don't use too much of your hands. Make sure your hands are dry, because the last thing you need is for your hair to get back frizzy from what you just did. Now, sometimes when you wrap your hair, you're like, what is this, right? What's that? If you want, because everybody is different, I wouldn't do it just because you don't want to add too much heat to your hair. But if you are a girl with the baby hairs, you can flat iron it, do like a little curl or something. It's too hot for that. It's not fall or winter here yet. It like just hit the end of the summer, so I ain't worried about all that cute stuff today. I just tuck it behind my ear and pull my hair out. Same thing with the other side, in case the wind blows and you don't want it to show, especially when you're wearing sunglasses, because you know that part is gonna fall out. You just simply put it behind your ear, and that. Now, if you had edge control, you would go in and do your edge control afterwards, but this is it. Throughout the day, sometimes I pull my little brush out. It was longer, it broke. I don't throw away my broken brushes, depending on how it broke, but I usually break the handles. So because I'm always breaking handles, I just keep this piece and put it in my purse. I just cut my hair, so I'm always like combing it now. But yeah, so that is it. That is the hair wrap situation. That is how you unwrap it. So let's get into what the functions of all of these do. This one is just simply there for that extra protection, no slip. This is your 100% guarantee. If my bonnet, my flat wrap fall off, this is going to be there. By the time you get up, there should be no, even if these were to fall off, this should be on your head still, and you won't have any issues. Unless you're trying to sleep for 12 hours. I don't know how 12 hours sleep goes. Jokey joke. So, the bonnet. The bonnet is not ideal for silk presses. If you're a person that when you sleep, you don't sweat, you don't move, everything gonna be the same when you wake up, then you can sleep in this. But if you're trying to achieve this look, it's not gonna happen. If you just left the beauty supply store, the beauty salon, and your hair looks like this before you leave and you want to keep it that way, you're going to want to try this system. Now, if you don't want to use the stocking cap, totally fine. Prior to me cutting my hair, I didn't use it. Didn't have to use it. I would just use my flat wrap and my bonnet and I would have no issues. Sometimes. There were times that, when I was pregnant, this setup wouldn't work and I did have to use the stocking cap when I was pregnant. But it just depends on you and how you sleep. There are several times that I'll just go to sleep with this, but I'll also wake up with it on my bed. Now, let me explain why this isn't, because I feel like I didn't really go into detail. This is not ideal because of several reasons. Okay? When you're going to sleep at night and you're sleeping, this is happening. All of this is happening. What do you think is going to happen to your hair? It's going to be all over your head because it's doing this. Yeah, it's kept away in this, but it's still tossing around and getting tangled up, friction like nobody's business. And not to mention you're sweating. When your hair is flat, it doesn't matter if you sweat, your hair is not going to be wet when you take it out. It's not going to be frizzy. This, as soon as it dries up, it's a wrap. You take this off, you're going to cry. You ain't going nowhere the next day the way your hair is going to look. Now, if you have your hair in its natural curly state, then this is the perfect thing. You don't need to flatten your hair out unless you want your curls to be flat. But then, yes, you would wear this for those styles where it does not need to be like this. Even with curls, you still want to try to add in something to your hair to make it flatter. So I use these. I got them off of Amazon. And they're really, really soft to use in my hair when it's curled. And even after I roll it up at night in these, I still put this on. I skip this step. I kind of wonder what it would be like if I didn't skip this step though, but we'll get into that later. So I always put this on and then put this on over. There have been times that I'll just put the rollers in my hair and put this on, and honestly, my roots are still super frizzy and curly. I want my roots flat, okay? So, especially when my hair is in silk press curls. So I make sure that I still at least do the 2-step process, because even if this were to slide off my hair, I still have this for backup. And yes, I do the same thing for the shower. Boom, boom, boom with a shower cap. Sometimes you'll catch me just doing these two with the shower cap because I don't feel like being bothered with this. But that is a personal preference. So, yes, if you have silk press curls, this is what you would use. For thicker, bigger curls, big sections. Smaller, tighter curls, tight sections. Even if you have loose curls in your hair and you want them to stay that loose, you could still do them slightly tighter and it still look like that by the time you leave your house. So all up to you, personal preference. But yeah, I really want to do this video because a lot of my clients have been wanting this video for a long time and I have been neglecting it. So that is it, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions about any of the products that I use in my hair or any of the links to anything that I have bought, let me know below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Love you guys. Talk to you later.